This map first impressions video is brought to you by the Farmer Klein YouTube channel. Please like, subscribe, and comment. Hello everybody, and welcome back to another map first impressions video. Today we're going to take a look at South Island Farm. This map can be found over at nexusmods.com, and there will be a link in the description below. Now before we move on, typically we go ahead and talk about the map, but I want to talk a little bit about Nexus mods first, because this mod site can get some bad rap, basically for people thinking that they're going to need to pay to download, and that is not the case. Jump over here to Nexus Mods. So here we are at Nexus Mods. This is the actual map download page, and well, let me log out here. So here we are. We're logged out. We can't download until we either sign up or log in. If we go to sign up, okay, basically says we need to register, blah, 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 yeah. It says register for free. Okay, you did see that. It says register for free. Help support become a premium member and gain access to perks. Okay, you got to register. Well, they want £49 for a lifetime membership. No. 1 month membership, $3. No. 3-month membership, $8.49. No. 6 months paid. 12 months paid. Supporter paid. I'm just going to click create account. Look, you can just create an account. You don't have to pay them a penny. Okay? They make it look like you got to pay them money, but you don't. It's a little bit of trickery. If you ask me, don't have to pay them any money. Okay? Let's go back here to Nexus Mods, General. Okay. But when you download this mod, okay, you click download. Right? When you download it, you're going to get a zip file. Looks like this. It's going to be called South Island Farm, and then it's going to be a bunch of numbers .zip. What you need to do is you need to open this. I've got it open in 7-zip. You can open it in whatever you want. And there's 2 mod files in this zip folder. Map itself, South Island Farm.zip, and cement silo.zip. Take these 2, put them in your mod folder, and close it out. Okay, that's all you need to do. Now, back over at Nexus Mods, strongly encourage you to actually read the description of the map. It's really great information in there because this is not your normal map. Some gotchas, there's some catches, and there's some little interesting caveats that you really need to be aware of before you start your gameplay. I'm going to go into most of those. Now, me might forget. Something. At any rate, this map basically has 3 difficulty levels: hard, harder, and challenge. Okay, we're starting this map tour on start from scratch, which is what I call challenge difficulty. New farmer mode is hard difficulty, if you will, and farm manager is harder difficulty. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to pick the cement silo, timber collision, although there really isn't any reason for that because there's 1 tree on the map. Crosshair. Let's go ahead and load the map up. Let's bring up the log. See the map load in. There we go. The map is loaded in fast because, well, there's no starting equipment. No matter which game mode you play on, this map loads up exactly the same, other than field ownership, or should I say land ownership. So when you load up the map, start here at the shipwreck, complete with cargo, beach ridden. Go ahead and just kind of run up the beach here, and here's the island. All meaty grass. Let's go ahead and take a look at the PDA. There is the island. 1 little baby field here. That is it. But you can't actually buy that field. You have to buy this whole land area. Let's go ahead and take a look at the lands. So we have the BGA here for $201,000. That's the cheapest parcel of land on the entire map. Go over here to this parcel over here, $738,000. This parcel appears 1.4 million, 1.7 million, 1.4 million, 1.1 million, and 86,000. Those are the parcels that you can purchase on this map. So the reason I was saying that this map has basically a hard level, a harder level, and a challenge level is this. If you start on new farmer mode, you own all of the land, but you have $100,000 and no equipment. So basically, you're going to have to probably sell some amount of this land in order to finance buying equipment and then carving up your own fields. Notice there's no fields here. It's all grass. In fact, let's go here and enable grass. See, it's all grass. Other than this one little postage stamp square. We can't harvest that field for $39. So this guy let us harvest the field for $39. Get an idea of the kind of money you're going to make if you do contracts at that field, right? On farm manager mode, you start with no land, no equipment, and $1.25 million. Well, that'll get you $738,000. That'll get you a fair chunk of land. But there's no crops. So you're going to have to plow up and plant your crops. Okay? $200,000 will buy the BGA. Combine these two, you're $900,000 in debt from the get-go of your $1.25 million. You still need to buy equipment. You still need to buy a tractor. You still need to buy seed and fertilizer and all of that because you start with no equipment. Now, of course, you can take out a loan, and the max loan you can take out is $500,000. So you could start with $1.7 million, and then challenge mode. Challenge mode is start from scratch. You start with no land, no equipment, $500,000, which will basically buy you the BGA, and that's it. Not a lot of land around the BGA either. So really, the only way you can get started is to max out your loan and borrow an additional $500,000, which will get you to a whole cool $1 million. Which you think is going to go a long way, right? There we go, $1 million. Well, we buy this plot for $867, and we basically have $133,000 left. We'd have to plow this up, plant it, harvest it, and sell it before we have any more money. We could buy the BGA for $210,000. If we do that, we have just a little bit of property around the BGA. Not a lot of property to make any money because we can't mow this here. We can't buy that. We can't mow it. So we're stuck. Basically, we can buy this or we can buy this. Buy this. We have $261,000 left to finance all of our farm equipment. But, again, we have to carve up our fields, plant our fields, harvest our crop, and sell it at the sell point before we'll have any more money. Now, this whole map is covered in grass. There's a BGA up here, which just so happens to accept silage. It's a fermenting silo right here, which just so happens to accept grass and turns it into silage. So the wise maneuver would be to mow all this grass, put it in the silo, take the silage, and sell it at the BGA. But in order to do that, you have to own the BGA. Guys, there went another $200,000. Now you're left with 60 grand. 60 grand to mow this, start making some money, then be able to plow this up and start making. That is the challenge. Are you up to it? Let's go ahead and release some Hydra. Here we are. Here we are down at the shop, or basically down at the dock. Well, this red silo is a lime fill point for bulk lime. Here we have the shop trigger. Like to come to the shop, do your purchases. You can come here to the shack, which is basically the shop, or your equipment shows up on a cargo ship and gets dropped off over there outside of the harbor. We have over here a water tower. Okay. And then we have, this is our sell point. It's closed. You can't get here. You see, I'm actually standing on top of the sell point. It is barricaded off. The sell point only opens at 9 p.m. It's only open for a few hours a day. Let's go ahead and pick up the clock so we can get to 9 p.m. before the video. That is because the sell point doesn't accept crop till the cargo ship arrives. The cargo ship will arrive here around 9 p.m. At that point in time, these barriers will be removed. Be able to drive up here and sell your product. Barriers are only down for a few hours a night. And once that time passes, the barriers go up. A very narrow window to actually make money on a day. Down here at the end of the dock, have a fuel tank. You can get your diesel fuel. This is the only place for fuel on the map. Okay. Go ahead and hop in our Mahindra and take a quick drive over here to the historical farm that you can use but can't own. So you can use the farmhouse for a sleep trigger, use the barn workshop to customize and actually sell your equipment back. Do note, in order to sell your equipment, you need to repair it first. And you can use the grain silo to store your crop. But do note, grain silo does not accept every crop grow. Let's go ahead and take a look at that. So if we go to our prices screen, you can see you can store canola, oats, canola, sunflower, soybeans, and corn. Those are the only products this silo will accept. If you grow wheat or barley, you can grow wheat or barley, you can sell it at the granary, but you can't store it. It's not at this silo. To store it, you're going to have to put your own silo down. It's going to be quite a while before you can afford to do that with the start from scratch challenge mode. Now, the granary, they do have some pretty good prices. I am on normal economic difficulty. For challenge mode, you need to have hard difficulty. Okay? That's just the way it needs to be. New root crops, but you know what? There's no place to sell them unless you put your own sell point down. See, there's also no sell point for eggs or milk. Because there's no animal buy point on the map, there's no reason to have animals because other than the BGA, once you buy it, it accepts manure and slurry, there's no real other use for animal products. Okay? You can't even sell straw. So you'll accept silage. Biogas plant will accept. This is silage. This is grass, and this is hay, right? No sell point for straw. It's a straw icon. You have compost on the map, but we need a place to make compost. And something else to note. This map has been prepared for anhydrous ammonia. You have to have a specially prepared anhydrous applicator, which you can also find over at Nexus Mods. And at that point, you can buy anhydrous here, put it in the anhydrous tank in the mod, then use it to basically fertilize your fields, should you so wish. If you want to put an animal pen down, you can do that. And you're going to have to import your animals. There's no way to transport them. You're going to have to, there's basically no way to sell wool or milk for pigs other than at the sell point. Put your own sell point down in order to sell your wool or your milk. At the main farm here, we do have a diesel tank. Bring our fuel trailer in here from the Universal Trailer Pack. Right in here to unload into the fuel tank. And then we have to park here to fill up with fuel. This does not start with any fuel in it, so you're going to have to transport your own fuel if you want to use that. Here we have the silo. Dip in. And we have our fill out. A couple sheds here that we can make use of. Can't sell any of this, and we can't place anything down on the main farm here because we don't own the land. Think of it as kind of a government issue. They let you use it, but you can't change it. If you want to put down a building, you're going to have to put it down here on, obviously, in an area that you own. The map is full of rolling hills. If you want to put it down, you're going to have to maybe do a little bit of landscaping in order to get it down also. Let's go ahead and just kind of drive around here. Let's take a look at the rolling hills while we wait for the clock to roll around at 9 p.m. Yield on this grass has been adjusted, so you're not going to get the yield you think you might get off of all this grass because it is weed ridden. If you mow the grass, the weeds do not come back until you plow the field up. Okay? So if you just mow the grass and just let it constantly regrow, weeds won't reappear. I don't think the yield will get any better because you can't fertilize it. Shed down here. Nice barren map, barren island. Aside from the nice colorful tree there at the main farm. The land areas are basically carved out between these gravel roads. See off in the distance the one little square of field over there. It's basically because the map author was having difficulty with Giant's editor, allowing him to make a map with 0 fields. One little field there. It's not really going to net you anything of any profit. Side island over here. Whoa. Little side island over here, which is kind of like a weather station. It's government run. So we don't have access to any of that grass. Can't buy any property over there. Can go over to visit and just check out on the weather antenna. Careful. And drive over the land bridge. It's over here. It's the land bridge. Careful we don't drive off the edge. Long way to the bottoms. See Davy Jones's locker. Tidbit of Ravenport over here. Lots of solar panels on the map in order to provide power. There's no other power generation. So I'm going to slow the clock down just so it doesn't get too dark on us. Still kind of take a look around. Not so fast, we got smoke coming up. This starts the property that you can buy for $700,000 here on your left. Watched any of the pre-release live streams I did. This is the plot over here that I carved up into 5 little subfields. BGA up here does have a usable shed to make use of. This map is extremely dark at night. Said there's very little light on the map because, well, only power generation is from solar panels. There's only so much light you can have in the middle of the night without having a huge bank of batteries and a huge bank of solar panels. The grass to your right cannot purchase. Grass to the left is part of that $700,000 plot. Here we have the little house that's on the map. No other people on the island other than you and the folks who work at the dock. An old helicopter here is the only form of transportation map, and I think it may have seen better days. No, when the last time that has been out from under. So guys, that is South Island Farm. Is the challenge map. Well, even on new farmer mode, there you could sell a whole bunch of land and start with a couple $1,000,000. You still have to carve up fields as you wish. You still have to you have limited access to sell points, just a few hours a night. You have limited access to all kinds of things. It's a great map to kind of cut your teeth with on something where you really have to challenge. So here we have the dump point at the fermenting silo. Of course, around the side here you have the bell trigger. Speed the clock back up. Let's head over to the dock, and I'll show you what happens at night with respect to that sell point. There's a couple greenhouses over here, over top the hill. They are just decorative. Personally, I really like this map. It's the way the land, it's the rolling hills of the land. So let's get out of here. I didn't put the fast forward in. So we're going to cut the video real fast, and I'll come back to you right before it's 9 o'clock. Alright, so we are coming up on 9 o'clock. There you go, 9 o'clock. See the barriers go down. Now we can drive across the sell point and sell our grain if we wish. See, the boat is here. And let's speed clock back up. And basically we'll see when the sell point here closes. Okay? Only be on top. We can only sell. The barriers go down. The barriers go down at 9 p.m. So be careful. You don't want to get stuck on the sell point when the barriers go up, because you're going to take a ride. Big old collision box comes up out of the ground at a fixed time. The sell point closes down. Alright, here we are, just a little bit past midnight, and the barrier went up. It didn't go up right at midnight. It went up maybe around 12:15 a.m. Now we are pretty much Not selling grain anymore. Ship's still here. It's basically getting its cargo all put in um, right, right shipping bays or whatever you want to call it. The shipping holds, I guess is the proper name. And the ship will depart at sunup. But from 9 p.m. until just after 12 a.m., you can sell your crops. Then you're done. Any crops you didn't get sold, any great demands that are still in effect, well, you better hope they're still in effect come 9 p.m. this evening. Otherwise, you're going to miss out on the opportunity. Guys, let me know what you think of South Island Farm. You up to the challenge? Till next time, happy farming.